Well, hello everyone. It has been a long while. Been taking care of some stuff, like destroying everyone in fantasy. Anyways, we had a crazy last couple weeks. It's good to be back. Celebrate Jaeger bombs. Getting in. That's tight. I don't have any of the bombs, so I'm only going to be doing Jaeger. Celebrating Jaeger bombs. Getting in on the last Sunday. The expensive JD. I'm sorry, knocked you down to the 3 seed. Now we get a rematch this week. We didn't know that Will was going to suck it up in the last week of the season and basically give Corey the number 2 seed. But, welcome to a shot of whiskey.
Is he like 1-3 now? From first to last! Count Belichick is fantasy football. Lindsay! Where's my meatloaf?
We were aggressive in the trade market. We got ourselves some stellar players. Baby, can I get my drink? Let me get a little sip.
About to go do some fishing. Gonna catch me a big old marlin over there in that pond in the neighborhood. How are you supposed to get big time points when your quarterback doesn't hand the ball off to your running back?
This here is Deuce, and I mean it's good.
Sam here for a shot of whiskey news with a microphone that is definitely plugged in.
Appreciate the almost weekly videos by our great commissioner. But I am trying to own my Howie and saying that I am connected.
3-time champion. I'm usually pretty humble, but I am the king.
Alright, now we can welcome everyone to a shot of whiskey properly. Whew. One second, sus. Alright, back. Got a little bit left. Alright. Well, shall we start the tank game? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year. We determine the number 1 pick next year. Fortunately, one of the members isn't in the league right now, but we move on. It happens every year. We always lose someone. Hopefully, we'll get to a point where we don't. Anyways, talk about that later. Let's go check out this tank game. We got Soldier Fields. Finished 1-13. Started off 1-0. Lost 13 straight. Right now, they will be playing Poop Deck, who put up their best game of the week, over 170. I mean, you guys finally clicked. What can I say, Sam? Now the game, let's check these rules. We all know the rules, but let's just go over them real quick. The goal is to lose the game. You have to start a full lineup. Players have to have been on your team last week. Can't start a player that's listed as out. You break any of these rules, you automatically win the game, but lose the game, because the goal is to lose the game. So you automatically win the game, I guess, and then the other team will get the number 1 pick. So now, let's say goodbye to all the teams that didn't make the playoff. Well, sad to see y'all go. It's a great season for you guys. Some of you definitely in the last week. I mean, everyone exceeded expectations for the most part. Poop Deck, you let me down, man. I had you as a playoff team. But I will throw this out there. Poop Deck looks, their team's finally coming together. That Drake London trade, was almost on the fence about it by giving up Kirk, but you know what? At least, I mean, someone on the Falcons has to catch, right? And it definitely ain't going to be Kyle Pitts. Drake London has been putting up points all year for the most part. That could be a slobber knocker of a pick. Wendell Robinson giving up DK Metcalf was rough, but you got Wendell Robinson, Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown definitely had an off year this year. But hopefully next year with Kyler coming back full healthy, maybe he'll get it turned around. Robinson dealing with injuries a lot early on in his career, but he did well last week. Maybe he'll start getting it turned around. You got some young running backs. You definitely had, I think, one of the best drafts this year. When you traded up with me in 5, I did not know you were going to draft Richardson. I thought you were going for Flowers or maybe Addison or someone. But Richardson, you probably could have got him a little later, maybe, with one of your early second-round picks. I don't know. But with Corey in the league, who knows? Corey drafts everyone and anyone. But Richardson showed a lot of potential. I definitely was down on him, but he could be one of those fantasy quarterbacks next year. Rashee Rice, definitely, I had my eye on him. I regret taking Mingo over him early second round, with my first pick in the second round. But it is what it is. Spears also was a great pickup because Henry, who knows how much longer, and Spears is looking really good. Also Musgrave in the third round. I know he got hurt, but he showed a lot of potential too early on in his season. So, I mean, you may have had the best draft. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, we're going to take it over to Blue Ballers. Sad to see you go, man. You definitely could have won it in week 14, which would put you in the playoffs. You lost it. But if we could do a little flashback, pull up the graphic. Week 11 box score. Ballers, Belichick. Belichick won 105.56 to 96. Ballers, I know this was those weeks where you kind of checked out for a minute, but you left Zach Moss in. Now, looking at your roster, 99.9% of the time, you would have went with Dylan in that scenario. Guess what he scored? 10.1 points. You would have won the game, my friend. And therefore, it would have shaken up everything in week 14. Because then, Michaels wouldn't be in the playoffs, even if they would have won the game, because you'd be one game up. It'd be you and me in the playoffs. Instead, this is what it is. Congratulations, Michaels, by the way. We'll get to you later. Also, unsolicited DAC picks. Great job this season. I did pick you to be one of the bottom 3 teams, and you proved me wrong. You almost made the playoffs. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Maybe it was better to keep Hill. Maybe it wasn't. It doesn't matter. Because if you had Hill, maybe you make the playoffs. Maybe you don't. It doesn't really matter. You got some solid options there. DJ Moore. I mean, he's very solid. Fields loves him. Johnston, I was very high on him pre-draft. I probably would have taken him. There was a high probability I was going to take him if Gibbs didn't fall to me at 3. He has a lot of potential as well. We'll see how it goes. He's going to get a lot of playing time these last 3 weeks now with all the injuries. So hopefully it'll help him improve. If those things turn around, I mean, I just still a trade. Picking up Zay Flowers, you gave up, a first for him. Not a big deal. He was definitely a top 6 pick. So, I mean, he has a lot of potential. Well, you got that solid young youth, especially with Hill. I mean, who knows how much longer he's really going to play. So I definitely see it. I know we all give you a lot of crap for it. It's mainly just because it involved Will. We all know the story. Anywho, congrats on the season. Better luck next year. Who else missed the playoffs? Deuce Ray. You, sir, definitely exceeded expectations. Everyone had you pegged as bottom 3 team as well. You still finished bottom 3, but you were the 3rd worst team. But you definitely played very. Actually, you were finished 4th worst. My bad. But you had a very solid year. You put up a couple of the highest scoring weeks. You easily could have won more games. You got stuck with a bad roster. But I think you made some good moves with it, and there you go. Who else? Aztec Warriors. Again, another team that's expected to be bottom 3. You finished 3rd worst, but you definitely exceeded expectations. You beat the Bombs twice, who was a playoff team. You have a lot of potential there. I know you don't earn your 1st round pick next year because of a trade from 2 years ago, but you can still make some moves. You got some solid picks coming up. Play that waiver wire, keep plugging away, and yeah, you will do good. Now, to the playoffs. First off, congrats to Tickle for getting in the 2 seed. You started off 10-0, lost 3 straight, but you won when it mattered most. You got that 2 seed. Congrats to Dongs, the only team in the league. You've been here since the beginning, along with me, Island Halley, and Aztec, and you are the only team to be in the playoffs all 10 years. You got the number 1 seed. Congrats. Now, we got the 3 and the 6 seed. Island Halley has lost twice to Jaeger Bombs. Their team is in a rough spot right now. But if we look at their roster, they have to go with Mullins. I feel bad. I'm sorry, bro. Man, Chargers they killed you right now. All their injuries at the end of the season. Allen out. Williams out. Herbert out. But it is what it is. It's football. We all know this. Anything can happen. I mean, you're still only projected to lose by 9, so I mean, anything can happen. Yeah, I mean, last week Discount was projected to destroy unsolicited Dax, and Dax beat them up bad. So anything can happen. The other game, we got the 4 and the 5 seed. Congratulations, Michaels. You got hot there at the very end, pulled yourself together. You made the playoffs after a lot of crazy trades all year. I mean, Smith is good. Lockett was a very solid trade. Adams, definitely iffy on that trade, but you were going all in. I totally get it. And he has produced double-digit fantasy points. So, I mean, we'll see. Anything can happen this week. Discount right now is scheduled to beat you. However, anything can happen again. I mean, that's why we play the games. Otherwise, we wouldn't play. So, Purdy has been crazy. I hate the Cowboys, but Prescott, just keep throwing a CD. That's all I got to say. Good luck to both of you. We'll see what happens. Other than that, we'll see. The winner of Discount Michaels will go off to face King Dinglings, and the winner of Jaeger Big Red will go off to face Tickle My Pickle. I hope you're ready, Tickle, because you will be eliminated next round by either me or Island Halley. I projected us two to meet in the finals. Instead, we have to meet in the first round. Oh well. I wasn't that far off. So now I got to go through the gauntlet, which Bombs will. That's it. I don't know what else to say. We'll continue this later. Check the Facebook page for random things. Some of them polls I'm going to throw up, and then we'll give out some awards here over the next week or two. GM of the Year. I could give out Rookie of the Year. Give out Worst Trade of the Year. Best Trade of the Year. I don't know. We'll make them up as we go. Until then, sayonara, and we'll see you guys next week on A Shot of Whiskey. Bye.